Hello, my name is Ilham Widianto. I'm from Mechanical Engineering Department, 11 Maret University, Indonesia. Standing in front of you all, I would like to deliver my analysis, and the title is about structural assessment of monocoque frame construction using finite element analysis, a study case on a design vehicle chassis referring to GT40. Next, we have six contents. There are Chapter 1 about introduction, Chapter 2 methodology, Chapter 3 applied material and numerical configuration, Chapter 4 analysis result, Chapter 5 overall discussion, and Chapter 6 conclusion. Chapter 1 introduction. Why use space frame chassis model? Number 1 research and cost effective that other types of chassis but due to the complicated manufacturing process. Number 2, the space frame chassis platform is only used for high performance and niche market cars. And number 3, due to the chassis frame's unique design, the engine is mounted as low as possible to achieve a low center of gravity for improved handling and cornering. And next, the design studies for a successor to this earlier monocoque were focused on 5 analyses: von Mises stress, strain, displacement, reaction force, and safety factors. And next, the chapter 2 methodology. We have two topics. There are process criteria and chassis specification. In chassis criteria, the aim was simple: less weight and more power. Each of these has the simple effect of improving the power to weight ratio and accelerating performance. Less weight also benefits handling and braking. Less weight means less inertia, which means better cornering and braking. This research is then carried out with the step shown in figure on this slide. And next we talk about chassis specification. In the table we can see at this slide there are 7 parameters. There are chassis type, wheelbase, rear overhang, front overhang, gross vehicle weight, length, and width. And next we talk about chapter 3. There are applied material and numerical configuration. We talk about material properties. In this research we use steel materials. There are material properties: its density, Young's modulus, Poisson ratio, yield strength, ultimate tensile strength, thermal conductivity, thermal expansion coefficient, and specific heat. And then they have a characteristic of geometrical meshing. It have a scale mesh size per part, average element size, element order, curve mesh element, max turn angle on curves in degrees, maximum adjacent mesh size ratio, maximum aspect ratio, minimum element size, nodes and elements. It is a figure of format of the boundary condition in the study. At figure A, illustration of the physical constraint, and figure B, location of the applied loads. The finite element method starts with significant promise in the modeling of several mechanical applications. Besides, the principle of minimization of energy forms the primary backbone of the finite element method. The principle of minimization of energy governs this. It states that when a boundary condition, like displacement or force, is applied, The body can take numerous possible configurations. Before moving directly to this condition, it will be fair to visit the simplified representation of the structure and the actual representation of the load over it. The structural constraints are preset in figure in this slide, and we assume the passenger load is 4,000 Newton. And then we talk about chapter 4, analysis result. We have 5 results. There are von Mises stress, component strain, displacement, reaction force, and safety factor. Number 1 is von Mises stress. Von Mises stress is an integral part of engineering science, as a failure of most engineering component is usually due to stress. Stress is defined as the result of force that lead to internal particles reaction and affect an object in different ways, which is essential to know when analyzing or designing any structure. Von Mises stress becomes the determining factor whether the material will fail or not. Material is said to begin to melt when the von Mises stress reaches a critical value called yield. The result can be seen in this slide. There are 3 figures, and A x on x-axis, on B y-axis, and C z-axis. And then we talk about component strength. The finite element analysis gives higher accuracy in strain analysis than the conventional analysis. Strain analysis is based on the mechanical properties of a material and its ability to withstand the anticipated loads. Strain hardening is an increase in material hardness by plastic deformation. It is a property that mainly occurs in metals and their alloys, but not all these materials are equally prone to strain hardening. The strain is the ratio between the deformation and the original length. Think of strain as percent elongation. How much bigger or smaller is the object upon loading it. The result can be seen in this slide. There are 3 results on x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. Next, we talk about displacement. Finite element analysis, also called finite element method, is a numerical method that utilizes displacement analysis of an elastic body to develop an approximate solution to displacement. Displacement formulation of the FEM is used to calculate component displacement, strain, and stress analysis. The displacement is required in many of the rack designs. These results may be used in the design process of solid mechanics. The displacement of the chassis and the location of maximum displacement of the GT40 chassis is shown in the table on the left side and the figure on the right side. And number 4, we have a reaction force. The reaction force comes from Newton's third law of motion. Newton's third law of motion contains every action, and there is an equal and opposite reaction. The direction of the reaction force is opposite to the direction of the load force on the chassis. The reaction force does not work on the same object with the force of action even though the magnitude is the same. This means that if there is a pair of forces in the opposite direction and the same magnitude, The results can be seen in this slide. On the left side, we have a table summary of the reaction force on three directions, including resultant values, and the right side we have a figure of contours of reaction force on the different axes. We have a safety factor. The chassis components are subject to fluctuating loads arising from load vibration and the movement of loads. Fatigue braking, chassis and subframes are relatively standard. Safety factor or safety fix are a critical parameter for determining whether a construction is safe or not. Safety factor is a comparison between the permitted strain of the material and the stress that occurs. The need to consider all potential modes of failure, including the unexpected, is emphasized, and an outline is given of safety factor treatment for predictive dependent and time-dependent modes. Construction is declared safe if the safety number is above 1. The result simulation can be seen in this slide, and which the minimum value is obtained 1.14 and the maximum value is 15. Next we have chapter 5 about overall discussion. Number 1, von Mises stress. The minimum result is 9.082 multiplied 10 to the power of negative 8 megapascal and a maximum of 181.7 megapascal. Number 2, strength. The result of the minimum value is located at normal double X of negative 1.978 multiplied 10 to the power of negative 4, and the maximum is located at normal double Y of 3.179 multiplied 10 to the power of negative 4. Number 3, the maximum magnitude displacement of the GT40 chassis 0.441 mm. Number 4, the reaction force of GT40 chassis maximum magnitude is 548.1 Newton, and the safety factor maximum magnitude at 15 and minimum at 1.14. And the last is about chapter 6 conclusion. We have two topic discussion subjects. There are concluding remark and recommendation for further works. On concluding remarks, the research shown that the GT40 chassis has a minimum von Mises stress of 9.082 multiplied 10 to the power of negative 8 megapascal and a maximum of 181.7 megapascal. The result of the minimum value is located at the z-axis of 1.978 multiplied 10 to the power of negative 4, and the maximum is located at the y-axis of 6.649 multiplied 10 to the power of negative 4. The maximum magnitude of the displacement is 0.441 mm. The maximum magnitude reaction force is 548.9 Newton. The maximum safety factor is at 15 and minimum at 1.14. And then the recommendations: this research will be carried out with a comparison of the materials used. Thank you for your attention.